Here we are, and this is the start of Couch 2 5k week 2, and this will be run 1. It is Friday afternoon, Baltic again, and I find myself on Bude Canal once again. So today's run is going to be a series of 6 lots of 90-second running. Did 8 lots of 1 minute running last time, so in total this will be 9 minutes of running, and then the cool down afterwards. So I'm just doing the warm-up walk at the moment, and I'll talk to you after a couple of little 90-second runs. See you then. Okay, I've just done my second 90-second run. Feeling it a bit, has to be said. 4 left. Let's keep going and breathe. Okay, I've just finished run 5. Oh, my legs are killing. But I've got to keep thinking to myself, I've only got 1 left to do. So after 90 seconds more running, I'm done for the day. It actually hurts more on the walking bit than the running bit. See you at the end. Number 6 done. Absolutely done in. But I know in 5 minutes after my cool down walk, I feel great. Bit sweaty, but great. I'm going to die now, so I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you very much. Oh, it is Sunday morning, and we're going out for a horrible, wet, windy walk, Widmouth Bay in North Devon. I gave myself a day off yesterday. When I was running on Friday, I got really bad shin splints. It was hard work walking back to the car even after my run. So I didn't really want to do anything yesterday, so I just literally didn't do anything, which is a bit sad, but it's just the way it goes. You know, you have to be very careful not to overdo it. So we're going out for a gentle hike up onto the cliffs today, just to spin the legs a little bit, so that'll be good. I must also say that I did have a McDonald's yesterday. We went to Plymouth because my wife had an appointment, and we literally don't live anywhere near a McDonald's or a Burger King or anything like that, so the nearest one's at least an hour away. So when the opportunity arises, you sort of have to go for it, if you know what I'm saying. So I kind of regret that a little bit, but it's once in a blue moon. Back on it today. I've got a couple of things for my shin splints. I've ordered some compression socks. They're meant to be really good, and also a massage roller for doing your shins. I've read up a lot about it yesterday, and I've ordered a couple of bits off Amazon, so they should be here tomorrow. So I'm hoping for a bit of relaxation on the shins, because that was killer. I'd be really annoyed actually, because at the end of the run although I was like you know, clearly knackered on my video and stuff, I wasn't hanging, I could still breathe, you know, so it wasn't really the fitness that was stopping me, it was my shins hurting that caused it. So a bit of a downer really on that one, but there is other options I can try if the other bits I've got don't work. If need be, I'll go to a proper running shop and have a gait analysis, which is the supposed thing to do, and they fit you up with the correct type of shoes for the way your feet fall when you're running and all that sort of stuff, to give me the best possible chance, because I don't want my shins to stop me doing it, because I'm actually really enjoying it. So today's walk, hopefully show you a little bit of the scenery around here, and just get on with it. I'm just waiting for the wife to finish at the toilet with my lad, and we'll be off. Luckily my wife likes to get outside and get some exercise too, and also my lad does enjoy getting outside as well. So it's a family affair today. More fun as well. Love where you live. Nice. We're at the top now. It's pretty easy going, but very slippery. I nearly went over a few times, as did my wife, but the view is worth it. Love it here. I have to say, has been some epic surfing viewed this week, but sadly not been in a position to do it, doing my couch to 5k, one thing at a time I think really, for the time being. But once that's out of the way, I can't wait to get back in the water, because there's some good ways. We got another storm coming in. It's been calm the last few days, so the weather's not going to be as good for the next week or so. Yeah, should be quite a challenge doing my 5k challenge, because the weather's going to be pretty pony, I think, but I'm sure we'll be okay. Good afternoon all, it is Monday afternoon and I am just heading out for my little run. I was hoping that a couple of things I've ordered would have turned up by now, but unfortunately they're not due to turn up till later on this afternoon, which is a bit of a bummer really, because I could really do without my shins hurting. Don't really know what to expect today. Running last week wasn't really that painful when I was running, but when I stopped and I could literally only just walk back to the car for my 5-minute warm down. It was so horrendous, but it's very common and there are things you can do about it. So I've been looking over the weekend of things that you can do to prevent it or make it so it's not as bad or whatever. So I'm just going to do a couple of stretches. I think they're called eccentric calf squats or something like that, but you know, I'll try and put a link in the description if you want to check it out yourself. But I'm going to just have a go at that now and see if it will ease the pain today. Fingers crossed. Okay, so I'm back on the canal today. Just done some stretching. Hopefully that will alleviate any pain in my shins later, but I doubt it. But we'll see. I'm going to give it a good shot anyway today. It's absolutely freezing again out here, but at least it's not raining, though there is a chance. Better get on with it. Still doing my warm-up walk, and it's just started raining. It seems to be stopping again now, but I've got a nice bit of wetness, so that's bound to make me a bit more comfortable. Not. Start running in a second. That's the first 90-second run done, and my shins aren't in agony. It's evident that there's something going on down there, but not like it was at the end of it last week. I'll keep going, see how we get on. Just finished leg 3 of running, approaching the halfway mark now, and I can really feel my shins tightening up, but I can still run on it, so I'll keep going. But I do think I'm going to be in agony by the time I finish. Should have waited for those things to turn up. Never mind, eh? On my last 90 seconds now. I'm not so much out of breath. I reckon I could keep going if my legs weren't hurting so bad. I'm going to have to put some serious effort into sorting that out, because it is killer. It's worse when I stop and start walking. No pain, no gain, right? Whoever said that was spot on. Okay, I'm a couple of minutes now into my warm down walk. I have to say, I think I'm walking it off a little bit better than I did last time. It still hurts, but not as bad as it was. It was agonising last time. So hopefully, muscles in my shin are easing up a little bit. Still not happy with it, but like I said, there's some things we can do to help that. So hopefully when I get back to the unit, might have had a couple of deliveries that will help with that. See you later. Hello everyone, it is now Tuesday afternoon. Just walking down to school to pick my lad up from school. Won't be exercising today. Forgot to mention yesterday, also had badminton last night, so that was a good workout as well. Still feeling it a little bit today. I think it'll take a few weeks until I get used to the new muscles being used for that. So yeah, anyway, just walking down to school. My shins are still a little bit painful from yesterday's run, so you know, again, I didn't really want to sort of increase any damage that might be being done there. I've been using my massager, which is good. Hopefully try out my compression socks on tomorrow's run, and I really am praying that it stops the pain a bit. So that's tomorrow. Hopefully the weather will be a bit better tomorrow, because today we've had about half a dozen giant hailstorms. It's blooming freezing, so I'm just hoping I can get down to school without getting caught out. So I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully, for a run. Welcome back, guys. It is now Wednesday afternoon and I am preparing myself to go for my run today, which will be week 2, run 3, so the final run of this week. I just wanted to go into a little bit. I know there's a lot of stuff on the internet already about shin splints and all that kind of thing, but I guess while you're here, if you're watching this, then there's a good chance that you might be a bit of a whopper like myself. So just going to go into it a little bit. My runs were fine on the first week. I wasn't in any pain. I was out of breath, but I wasn't in any pain afterwards, other than a bit of chafing, so that's all stopped. However, after run 1 of week 2, my shins were absolutely killing me. Now, I'm not being you know, dramatic. It was hard work walking back to the car on my 5-minute warm down. It was so painful. So as a consequence of that, I've you know, had a look into it online and been reading a lot of stuff about shin splints and what you can do about them and all that sort of thing. Now, the reason I'm talking about it really is because if you're my sort of size, it puts a hell of a lot of strain on your lower body, on your legs, your feet, your knees, and all that kind of thing. So expect a few problems like this. You can overcome shin splints, so it's not the end of the game. Though you have to be careful because you can do some serious damage to your legs if you you know, don't be careful. So that being said, for my research that I've done, this appears to be just looks like a stick or a truncheon. I'm not going to whack you with it, but it is a massage stick, so it's got a number of rolling bits on it, you know, little rings that roll. Okay, it's really hard, and what the idea of this is basically, when you've got the shin splints, you run it along your leg where the shin splints are hurting. It will hurt like hell, but the idea is it will stretch the muscles and tendons and all that's going on down there in your shins, hopefully, and will make it so that they don't hurt so much next time. The reason this happens, when you run on your shin, you've got a bone, okay? Now this bone, every time you land, it flexes a little bit, it bends a little bit, and the problem with that is, it's the muscles and tendons and all that kind of jazz that runs alongside it that stretch and contract constantly, and this is where the inflammation comes, and it can also cause problems with any nerves that are by it, where it rubs it or it you know, tweaks the nerves. And I have actually had some pain in my thigh, which I think has been related to you know, some of the nerve action that's going on down there. So I've been busy with this the last couple of days. I'll give you a demonstration with this in a few moments. It does hurt. I'm going to do it before my run just to loosen up any knots or anything that might be there, but you know, I'll be doing it again after my run. So that's that. You'll find some instructional videos on YouTube as well about how to use that. Something else that I've got as a result of my research are these. Now, these are just compression socks. Now I bought these ones because, I don't know really, I think these things are normally a bit of a waste of time, but this has got thousands of reviews and a lot of people say it's done wonders for my shin splints. So for a tenner or £8 or whatever they cost, I'm definitely going to be giving those a go today. I probably will look a little bit like a schoolgirl running around with me shorts and my long socks on, but quite frankly I couldn't give a crap if it stops my shin splints hurting, because I don't want those to stop me from doing well on this couch to 5k, because really that's the only thing, my only drawback for me at the moment is the shin splints that I'm getting. It absolutely kills. It wasn't quite so bad on the second run, but I want them to be minuscule. okay? Because bearing in mind at the moment I'm only running for 90 seconds, you know, each section of the Couch to 5k. You know, in a couple of weeks' time, I'll be expected to do a 20-minute run, which at the moment I can't see happening. Not through fitness, because whether I'm not feeling it fitness-wise because my shins are taking my mind off of the actual, you know, exhaustion of having to run the distance. You know, I really hope I can fix it, because that is quite painful. A couple of other things which I'll show you, which aid me doing my my exercising outside. Really, I'm a big music fan. Okay, I won't go into what I'm listening to really, because everyone's got a different taste. But I can't, you know, it's quite boring. I find running quite boring actually, even with nice scenery. But if you've got some music in your ears, it makes it a whole world better. I'm not one for cables dangling. I've tried it before with the cables, and I'm always find myself pulling it where it's pulled down in my shirt and it starts yanking it out of my ears. That's not for me. So I am wireless. I don't have the latest iPhone, so I can't have those little earpod things or whatever they're called. Maybe I can, I don't know. But anyway, I haven't got those. I got this off of Amazon. Can you see that? See if I can focus on it. It is a little tiny Bluetooth in-ear loudspeaker. What do you call it? Earphone. So I don't know if you can see that just inside my ear there. You turn it off with a button, and basically when I'm running or doing my Couch to 5k, I can hear my music constantly, so I can sort of get into the beat with it and all that sort of stuff, and it sort of takes your mind off the running a bit. Plus also with my app, which I'll show you in just a second, that I'm using, basically when they start talking on the app to give you instructions, the music dips and then you can hear what they're saying. When they finish saying their bit, then you know, they're back onto the music. So I will show you right now a couple of the apps that I'm using. Okay, the first one is called, let's see if I can focus on that one. This is what I'm using, Couch to 5k it is, okay. This is in conjunction with the NHS and the BBC. Okay, let's see if that'll focus. No, it's not going to, but I'll put a link below in the description anyway. And it's basically an excellent tool. There's loads of different ones, so don't feel like you have to use that one if you're joining in with this, but that's the one that I use. There's lots of different, there's 4 different comedians or whatever that will run you through and give you the instructions. So I found it very good so far, and a lot of people online, particularly on a Facebook group for this particular app, having a lot of joy with this. And you know, a lot of people who've never ran or can't even do the first 60 seconds on week 1, a few weeks later are running for 25 minutes. It works, so give it a go. Another one I wanted to show you is called Happy Scale. It's probably not a well-known app, I don't know, but what this app will allow me to do, I input my start weight, and then I set myself a target, you know, of losing 20 or kilos or whatever it was, and you can plot that, and you can put, look, you know, I want to lose 20 kilos over the next 12 months. So you put it in, and then you can choose increments and targets. So I put 12 because I'm doing it over 12 months, and it breaks it down and gives you a monthly target of how much you need to lose, so you can track whether you're on track, you know, whether you need to lose a bit more weight, or, you know, whether you're exceeding your target. So that's very useful. Happy Scale, that's called. I'll put another link below in the description. So I'm going to get busy doing me massaging on my thighs, sorry, my shins, and whacking on me schoolgirl socks. And next time I see you, I should be going for a little jog. See you then. Okay, so the part of my shin that really hurts is here, just on the inside. Shin bone runs up here, and this is where it's hurting me in particular. So basically you get the stick and you run it down. It does hurt. The more you do it, the less it starts hurting, because initially it's quite tight. But you run it down and it does hurt. It doesn't feel very pleasant, like I said, but I'd rather be in some discomfort now rather than during or just after my run. So yeah, try and get some knots out and all that sort of stuff. So I'll do that on the other side as well. And also, you start feeling a little bit tightness in the calf. I don't know if you can see that there or whatever. Is that the calf? I don't know. But anyway, give that a go as well. And you know, even if it's just to prevent any damage or injury while you're out running. Now, I'm going to show you what it's like when you put on concussion socks. they should be quite tight. They are. That's going to take some work. They wouldn't work properly if they were loose, so tight is the only way to go. So I'm going to wrestle with those and get those on. I won't pull them up now because they look a bit odd in the post office, so I should pull those up afterwards when I'm ready for my run. But oh yeah, they're nice and tight. Excellent. Oh my god, I look ridiculous, but I don't really care. So oh yeah, oh, even that feels better already. Excellent. Really hope they work. Okay, just on my first 90 seconds. So far so good really. I think these socks are helping some, even if I do look silly. But still got 5 runs left to do, so I'll keep you posted how we're going. Just finished my 3rd run. My shins are in absolute agony. It's even hard work to walk at the moment. Jesus, come on, give me a break. Turn around in a second when the bell rings. Got to do another 3 of those. Ouch. Okay, I'm about 30 seconds into my last run. I have to be honest, the pain is almost excruciating as soon as I stop running. Start walking. I'm pleased that I'm still able to hold a conversation while I'm jogging, but Jesus, I wish my legs didn't hurt so bad. I think at the weekend I'm going to have to go for a gait analysis, see if my shoes, my cheap charity shop shoes might not be helping. Hope I can fix them. Okay, well that is it now. I've done my 6 90-second runs. I'm on my 5-minute warm down, walking back to the car. Jesus, it literally feels like someone is stabbing me in my shins. Sorry if I keep going on about it. Do you know what I'm really annoyed about? I thought my setbacks would be due to fitness. You know, I thought I might have to, you know, do a couple of the weeks over again till my fitness improves, but I seem to be able to keep doing the jogging that they're asking me to do. Oh man, but does it flipping hurt? I can't wait to get back and massage my shins. I'll see you again tomorrow if I can move. Hello there. Well, it's now Thursday afternoon, and unfortunately today I have got some bad news. It's been no secret that I've been having a little bit of an issue with my shins whilst running, and yesterday it was literally beyond a joke. Can't recall ever being in that much pain since I had root canal treatment. Anyway, so all is not lost, okay? I'm not sacking it off completely. I'm basically just putting it on hold for a little bit. You know, obviously being as heavy as I am, it puts a hell of a lot of strain on your lower body. So your knees, your shins, your feet, everything is getting a pounding every time you take a step. When you know, it's bad enough when walking, but when you're running, it's obviously amplified. So the good news is I will still be able to be riding my bike. So I've not been riding my bike so much because I've been doing the running. So I'll just put a hold on the running for a little bit, and hopefully get out a bit more on my bike. There's plenty of places to explore around here. So really what my plan now is to give it a rest on all running for a couple of weeks. Okay, my shins now got to a stage where even driving is hurting my shins. So that's not good, and I can't continue obviously doing that. You know, I'm due to go, well, I would have been due to start week 3 of Couch to 5k tomorrow, where the running times just increase. So really it would have been a bit of a dick move to not pull the plug on it at this stage. What I do intend to do is lose a little bit more weight, strengthen up the muscles by doing heel lifts, you know, daily exercises on my calves, which will also go towards strengthening up the parts of the shin which are starting to cause me grief. So that's my plan. I'll be doing those exercises. I'll try again in a couple of weeks' time once there's no pain whatsoever in my shins, you know, day to day. and we'll see how we go. I'll probably just start at week 1 again, or have one session where I'll do a week 1 run, just to see how I feel. Probably this weekend going to also go and have a gait analysis that runners need, so they can properly see how my feet are striking the ground when I'm running, because that could be a contributing factor to my shin splints, the wrong shoes even, or whatever. So I have a video analysis on a treadmill, and they'll fit me up with the correct type of shoes to give me the best possible chance. It's not a solve-all solution, unfortunately. It doesn't guarantee stopping my shin splints, but what it will do is ensure that I've got the best possible chance with my footwear, because obviously that's the only part between me and the ground, with my feet and the trainers. So that's the most important part of any running kit. So I'll get that all sorted, and then I can work on building up my muscles in my shins, because there's obviously something going on there where they're just not ready for the pounding that they're taking when I'm running. So unfortunately, I'm not going to get out and do any exercise today because my shins are still in pain. Like the last 2 runs I've done on week 2, they hurt for about 15 minutes after my runs, and then they were pretty much fine after that, other than when I was massaging them. But I have got pain in my shins most of the time today, so not a good idea. I'm just rested. So hopefully tomorrow I'll get back out on my bike tomorrow. Good thing is my shins aren't really affected when I'm riding my bike, hopefully. So I'll get out and do that, and bring you along for the ride, hopefully. Depends on a few things tomorrow, but I've got a longer day at work tomorrow, so we should be good to go. So that's me done for today. I'm going to go and drown my sorrows and oh man, I'm cheesed off. I was doing really well as well, but what can you do? I can't just stop it, stop it hurting. So fingers crossed, please, and hopefully they'll get better, because I was really starting to enjoy that running. So I will be back couch to 5k, you mark my words. But for now, that's it. More cycling. Well guys, that brings us to the end of another week of the Blob on the Bikes adventures. It's been a week of ups and downs really. More downs really than ups with my shins and stuff. Anyway, not going to really bore you with much of that this time. I'm going to do my weigh now, so I will be back in a few moments with my weight for this week. Incidentally, my weight this time last week was 123.4 kilos, so hoping for a good result. Who knows? Let's get to it. Okay, let's get to it. That says 122.0 and a half. So I'll say 122.1, which I believe is the result. Okay, the results are in. I've just weighed myself, and my new weight is 122.1 kilos, which means this week I've lost 1.3 kilos. Amazing. Why do I think that's amazing? Well, as you probably heard earlier in the week, I had a large McDonald's last weekend when we were in a different area where there is a McDonald's. So we made hay while the sun shone then, and so I'm really, really pleased about that. It's probably my best week that I've had so far. So my new weight, 122.1. It was actually 122.05, but I rounded it up to 1. I've also met my second milestone. I've got 12 of these, one for each month. I've actually done 2 milestones already. So my next one is milestone 3 at 120.5 kilos. So I'm really, really pleased about that. I was a bit sceptical. Didn't know if I was actually going to lose any weight this week. I've had a few setbacks. My shins, they're still giving me grief, which is less than ideal because I was really enjoying the running. But I will get back to it. I'm not sacking it off. I'm just going to let it fix itself. I'm hoping tomorrow, if I can make it work time-wise, to get to Tavistock and go to a shop that will do a gait analysis for my feet. And hopefully they'll be able to flog me some running shoes that are actually correct for the way that I run. That could be a contributing factor with my cheap charity shop shoes that's causing me to have shin splints. So I just want to eradicate that being an issue by having the right shoes. So at least when my shins have healed, I can get back out there knowing that it's not my shoes that's causing the issue. So hopefully I'll get a chance to do that tomorrow. So I'll let you know, all about that. What else are we up to this week? Obviously I'm not running today. Today would have been the start of week 3, but I'm not going to do any more damage to my shins. They are resting. But I am hoping to get out for a nicer, longer walk this afternoon. Perhaps out on my bike even. It depends how much time I've got. But that is the plan for today. And looking forward, really, probably going to involve getting out on my bike a little bit more. You know, I haven't ridden on my mountain bike for quite some time. So hopefully I'd like to get out on the bike, you know, a little bit. But I have to go a little bit further afield, you know, to make use of my mountain bike really. More around here specifically is more suited to my road bike. So I'll be keeping on with that. Please let me know how much you've lost this week, because it's really great that we can all do this together. You know, thank you very much for watching my videos. Please leave a comment. Always try and reply to the comments. And thanks to everyone who subscribed. We've actually this week gone over 1,000 subscribers, which is mad that 1,000 people have liked my video enough to hit the subscribe button. So if that is you and you haven't done it already, please do it today. And it's good to have you on board. And I will see you next week for more weight loss. Let's lose another 1.3 kilos. Get in.